Welcome back. Draymond Green received a technical foul last night after being fouled by Naz Reid in the second quarter. Draymond flailed his arm at Reid's head, earning the call from the officials. This was his fifth technical of the postseason. He's now 2 technical fouls shy of being suspended for 1 game. Draymond didn't mince words post-game.
Look like the angry black man. I'm not an angry black man. I'm a very successful, educated black man with a great family. And I'm great at basketball. I'm great at what I do. The agenda to try to keep making me look like an angry black man is crazy. I'm sick of it. It's ridiculous.
JWill, jump on in here. Your reaction to what Draymond Green said last night post-game.
I heard you guys in the first segment, and I agree with your sentiment. I heard what Mike Wilbon and Stephen A. and Wendy were talking about. I don't know the question that was asked that would, get him to frame his answer in the version of being an angry black man.
Jay.
Yes.
Just so you know, before you continue, he elected not to address the media after the game, and then went somewhere and just wanted to make a statement and departed. So I don't even know if it was a question that was asked. He just wanted to address it. He made a statement and he stormed off. Go ahead.
Wow. Look, just let me address the larger theme here than the angry black man version of it. It doesn't feel like there's a bias against Draymond Green. It always feels like self-sabotage to me. It's a matter of him controlling his emotions in those moments. 5 technical fouls in 9 playoff games this year. The things that we've seen aren't things that we are making up. Stephen A., Wendy, we've seen a lot of basketball in our lifetimes. The flailing of the hand has been stripped to do those types of things. Why even put yourself in that situation? And the crazy thing for me is, instead of blaming referees or agendas, just look in the mirror. When he looks in the mirror, he does a good job of controlling, his anger or frustration in those moments. And that's when he's at his best for his team. Now, I get certain moments you want to flare up because it can ignite energy within your team. But so, like, when you're down Steve Kerr and this team, they had to get a substitution to get him out of the game from going at the referee. He loses himself. And I think those are moments where you want to see Draymond Green, when you're down Steph Curry, just be a little bit more disciplined and controlled and mild-mannered, considering the circumstances which his team is dealing with.
This is a complicated one because he had a fan say something to him in the fourth quarter when he was on the stationary bike trying to stay loose, and the fan was ejected. And because Draymond didn't take questions, he didn't provide context. I don't exactly know what he's reacting to. So because of it, I'm not going to equate those comments with what he did in the game with a technical foul. I'm going to separate them. Maybe they are connected, but I just don't have enough. And obviously the Warriors got blown out of this game, and it was not a good night. I would just say that he's got 5 technicals and 2 flagrants in 9 playoff games. He probably should have more technicals. It was a restraint showed by the referees. By the way, that's a big complaint across the league, that Draymond gets away with stuff after he commits a flagrant and after he commits a technical, and sometimes even after he gets 5 fouls. There's a belief that Draymond actually gets too much leeway. This is not my words. This is what people tell me. They say he gets away with too much stuff because the referees don't want to be the one who ejects him or calls a second flagrant on him, because they know that there's going to be an onslaught. That's a perception of opponents out there, not necessarily mine. But whatever you want to say about that, whatever happened in the last series, whatever happened going forward, there's no room for this right now. They are down Steph Curry. They are struggling. Every point for them right now is difficult. They can have no distractions. They are in absolute search mode. Steve Kerr played 14 players in the first half of this game. Don't have to look it up. It's never happened before. It's never happened before in the history of the playoffs, a coach playing 14 players in the first half. They cannot afford this extracurricular stuff from him. He knows it, and he still did it. And that's what the issue with Draymond is in this moment on dealing with the challenges on the court in the situation.
Well, I respect where you're coming from, Wendy, and I truly appreciate your perspective. As a black man, he brought up being a black man and how he's being tainted, and let me take it from there. And y'all could leave Jay and Wendy up on the screen while I'm talking because I want to see them. I do not disagree with what Jay said. Do I think that's the whole picture, Jay? No. But there isn't a word that you uttered that I won't stand with you and defend you on, because there does need to be discipline exercised. There does need to be self-control exercised. How do we know this? Because Draymond told us when he said before the playoffs or during the playoffs that he talked with Steve Kerr, that he talked with family members, that he had to reflect and take a look upon himself about what he needed to do to be better, because he knew this team needed him. Now we piggyback off of history. In 2016, Draymond Green, if he does not get suspended for the game because of the accumulation of fouls, when LeBron James threw him to the floor and the NBA gave LeBron James that stimulus package, suspending Draymond Green, okay, that game 5 that he was out, they were supposed to close Cleveland out. Iguodala gets hurt, Bogut gets hurt, they come back from a 3-1 deficit, Cleveland wins the championship. But if Draymond hadn't got suspended, chances are they would have won that game 5. We fast forward to last year. They lost in the play-in to Sacramento. We talked about the suspensions that he incurred, that derailed their season, that put him in a position where they had to be in the play-in to begin with. Had he not missed those games that he missed last year, Golden State's probably in the postseason. There's no play-in. And as a result, that something positive could have happened. It didn't. And so now we look at that, and then we look at the accumulation, 37 technical fouls in the postseason since he arrived in the 2012-2013 season. That is 15 more than any other player who's been in the league since that time. 15 more. And in terms of his ejections, 21 ejections all time. The only player in NBA history who's been ejected more was Rasheed Wallace at 29. So we all know those numbers. He knows those numbers. He knows that reality. Now, does that absolve some no good individual that's spewing whatever racial epithet he may have spewed at Draymond Green or whatever because the guy got ejected and what have you? No, it doesn't excuse that. There's no room for that. And there's plenty of players. Draymond Green ain't the only player that is complaining. LeBron James once had a fan removed from the game. Another fan had to be removed from the game because of Russell Westbrook. There have been a plethora of situations where folks have had to be removed because they think they could come at players any old way they want to, and that is wrong. But even with that being wrong, and we know how wrong that is, and we know what a good man Draymond Green is off the court, his family, his teammates, the organization, the league itself, etc. At the end of the day, people, what they know is what they see, which comes back to what Jay is pointing out. It's what they see. They don't know Draymond Green off the court. They don't know how philanthropic he is. They don't know how even elected officials that I run across in Washington love this man. They don't know how generous he is with his time, his energy, his passion, his effort. They don't know what a wonderful family man he is, what a great father and husband and all of that stuff he is. They don't know that. All they know is the player they see on the court. And when you know, that's what all they know, but you don't guard against showing that, then you're not going to garner the level of empathy or understanding that you might like. It's not fair all the time. We get that, but especially as black men, we know it. And you got to move and operate accordingly. And if you choose not to, the fallout is usually going to be something like this, which is why I have to say that Jay is right with what he said.
JWill, last word.
Let me finish this real quick because I think it's important to separate the two, and you just did that.
Yes.
Is Draymond Green an angry black man? No, I don't think so.
No, he's not.
But does he have anger issues on the court? Yes, he does.
What's your favorite team? Comment below, and if you liked the video, please leave a like. This really helps the channel grow and brings you even more content. Oh, and if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button and activate the bell to receive all notifications. With each game, we notice that the NBA is getting more competitive every day, and all the teams are looking for reinforcements to win the championship. And only here can you follow your favorite team daily with incredible content from different sources. Here on the channel, there are new videos every day with analysis, curiosities, and the best moments in basketball. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for following along. The NBA doesn't stop, and neither do we. Until the next video. NBA, the passion that connects us.